shadows where justice burns. Tiff and the Punisher. Rise. Street lights flicker, the city's on fire. Tiff walks the line with a cold desire. Punisher's shadow, the hammer falls hard. No mercy for evil, they're playing their card. Through the alleys of pain and the rivers of blood, they hunt down the guilty, they're the judge and the flood. But every war needs a mind that can see, a voice in the chaos that cuts to the core. Tiff and the Punisher carving the night, punishing sinners beneath the pale light. Becca steps in with that smart-ass grin, brainiac queen, always right from within. She's figuring out the world one fact at a time, calling out the lies with a razor-sharp mind. You think you're clever? Watch me prove you wrong. Becca's in the mix, and the truth marches on. Becca's the spark in the tactical storm. Smart-ass remarks that keep the whole team reformed. Equations and evidence, she's cracking the code, while the Punisher's bullets write the final ode. Tiff holds a line with the fearless command. Together they're unstoppable, a punishing band. Becca won't rest till the puzzle is solved. She's right every time and the problem's resolved. When the world's gone mad and the answers won't bend, she'll dissect the chaos and break it again. Smart-ass brainiac, queer the fight. Tiff and the Punisher on the night. Tiff and the Punisher carving the night, punishing sinners beneath the pale light. Becca steps in with that smart-ass grin, brainiac queen, always right from within. She's figuring out the world one fact at a time, calling out the lies with a razor-sharp mind. You think you're clever? Watch me prove you wrong. Becca's in the mix, and the truth marches on. Tiff and the Punisher. Becca's got the answers. Justice never sleeps. They are taking our kids every day. A child a minute, no one has a thing to say. For those who have been isolated, don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallets. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them, but when they come, your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need sleeves. You can't do what you're trying to do. We have done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You will no longer will steal our kids this way. Tiff and the Punisher have come for the calling. They are giving us the CPS warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She's tired of our kids being taken. God damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. The Punisher screaming out loud, abolish CPS and tear it down. I want all our kids to come back. Look at all those kids' pictures held up by Tiff Tack. Together we are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with hot speed. We will do so much being together. Birds of a feather flock together. So watch out, CPS, here we come. Picking you off one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. So give us back the kids you have taken, sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows and the only games you play are on Nintendos. Corruption in courts, here we come. We won't stop until it's done. Your judges need to learn what you stand for. This is Tiff and the Punisher warrior. And we cry out to all of you out there. We need support for a cause that many don't care. All children are being stolen way too often. So CPS, we plan on doing the stopping.
Whew. All right. Wow, I'm awful dark today in here. I need to shed some light on the subject, I think. Can't really see me. Oh, perfect. Red. Just the color I needed. Maybe I need to change the backdrop here or something. Well, I mean, other than my conundrums at the moment, Tiff, what's going on with you?
It's just hot.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be summertime now. And it's only going to get hotter, right?
Yeah, the next 5 days is going to be like in the hundreds with the heat index of like 110.
Oh, there. I look like I'm in a submarine. Perfect.
Dr. Death, I'm so sorry. If you only knew how complicated and busy my life was.
Why the hell you want to make things so complicated?
Darren,
That?
you've been on the phone with me.
I was on the phone with you today multiple times. We spoke today.
Yeah, and it was not good at all.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
Dr. Death,
there's
I
something.
promise I will call you. This is a very busy week. It's going to be hot. I have to work the next 3 days in this heat, and then it's a holiday weekend, and plus it's my Darren and my son's birthday weekend.
You know what that means?
Well, we're going to party like rock stars.
Heck yeah, we will. Yes, we will. And we invite all of you to be with us for the celebration of a lifetime, the extravaganza de celebration.
So please, and I haven't gotten back to a lot of people, and I have to apologize, but I do own a business. And I do this, and I sit on these committees, and I haven't even had time. I know that I have a meeting, I think, next week. I don't even know when my meetings are.
All right, no more. No need. You don't need to explain. You're busy. That's it. No need. You're fine. Look at. This is what I'm thinking about doing. Not for me. but for the cats, because I got a couple that are in here right now, and I think that they might.
Don't
she's
give them.
smoking. Which someone give Tiff mouth to mouth. She's going down.
The smoke went down the wrong.
Oh my gosh! All right, as long as she's okay.
The smoke, and then I drank a drink. It all just went the wrong place. Whew.
Chelsea Sprott. Kelsey. I'm going to go with Kelsey Sprott. How are you? Nice to see you here. Nice to have you here. Welcome aboard. I know we're starting off a little bit slow today, but we'll get into it, especially when we get the mouth coming in here in a minute. She'll spruce it right up for you.
Yeah, and actually, hold on, Darren. Actually, Dr. Death, if because I don't do TPR cases, you might want to send it to Becca because Becca can look through it and see what mistakes were made and stuff. Because I don't do any of that. I'm like the first line of defense. So I will talk to Becca when she comes on. But before Becca comes on, Darren, is our book up yet?
Tiff, why do you put this pressure on me? Well, you've seen the print copy that's finally done.
Yes.
Maybe while we're working on tonight's show, maybe by the end of the show, I can have it on. It's just a matter of me getting this damn cover. All the pieces are there, just they're not all together in the one spot that they need to be. They gave me a hell of a time working on the book cover. Which here, I'll show everybody the book cover too, so everybody can see that that's really here and it's really a thing. Only because I'm doing this because I hate it. My wife's like, you tell all these people this is going to be done and this, and my anticipation is to get it done. And there's always just something else that just gets right in front of you. You're like, son of a biscuit, cherry pop, and no good backstabbing, 2 for nothing turkey. What the heck is this getting in trouble? You know what I mean? Just something always freaking happens. But this is how close I am. Tiff has actually seen the manuscript, our final one that we tidied up over the weekend, and this here is the book cover that I'm gonna put up here. And I'm just making these 2 little bastards fit together so that the publishers are happy with it. Let's see. I think this is it right here. Hello, Mr. Cover of the book. Where are you?
I will say, from what I've read, it's a really good book. I need to finish reading it, but I know with my schedule,
well, I mean,
this week, I'm not going to be able to.
Yeah, I mean, you wrote a lot of it, so obviously it's going to be really good, Tiff. So, I mean, how could it not? Here is the actual book itself, guys. So you know that this is, I'm not malarkeying you on this. Here's the manuscript. So this is it right here. It's really good. And then the cover is, let's see. Where are you, Mr. Cover? Where are you, Mr. Cover? Yeah, body control is vital. Keep your hands still on the table or in your lap. No pointing at CPS worker. No turning around to glare at the back of the room. No audible sighs. No eye rolling. The judge sees all of this. The courtroom cameras may be off, but the court reporter is capturing tone and volume. Even if they can't capture eye rolls, any sign of anger or volatility will be used to confirm the agency's narrative that you are unfit. Even if you're boiling inside, channel it to a posture of deliberate, restrained authority. You're not emotionless. You're disciplined. The difference is everything. That's one of the excerpts from it right there. So there's a lot more where this comes from, guys. This book's all about the Constitution, how you use it when you're fighting CPS, what to do, what not to do. One of those type of books that probably having it a month or 2 prior to CPS coming to your house would have done you a world of difference. So you guys want to make sure when you're telling people about this book that they should get it is a preemptive thing. Definitely. And we also have the State Comp CPS's coming book that I wrote a couple years ago that's still out there. So, we've started a volume. We got Becca. She's now working on a book herself. So, I mean, we've got a little library getting ready to happen here. And we're just trying to get everybody on the same page as far as education-wise go. If we can't do it by doing what we're doing, we can do it by trying to educate the people to go the direction that we're trying to go. Maybe that's where we're wrong, right, Tiff? Like maybe that's where everything's been wrong is that they're not educated right. So it's our job to step in now and to educate these people so that they now can be the voice and be the get what we're doing up in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe
Right.
this is the way we've got to do it. It's just get everybody reading this stuff and educated like we want to educate people. It's not saying that anybody else what they're doing. No, come on, buddy. Hi. Oh,
Darren.
Jesus. Hey, buddy.
Say hi.
Baby shark. Baby shark.
No.
Yeah, I know,
see
buddy.
you.
Hey,
Mhm.
he's a hundred day.
I know you see me every day.
Hey, I know
Hey,
I see you.
Hey,
I'm
Mr.
not
Jefferson.
saying I see you. It's actually the thing on the boss.
Oh, yeah, I am the boss. Yeah, it says boss.
He still no hair. No, this is this
Look at
side.
your head. Where's your hair? Oh, you can't hear me. Never mind.
It's no has hair. The
You-
hair still know us.
Where's your hair? Where's your hair? Point to your hair. Ah,
What'd you
he's
say?
out of here. I said, point to your hair. Point to your hair, I said, yeah. He's getting good with his words now. He's like a whole new kid with him talking.
Yeah. He
Like, he
loves
doesn't
some
seem as-
Darren.
He doesn't seem to be enraged. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't. Like, now that he's been talking and he's using his words, it's like he was frustrated as all hell. You know, when he couldn't talk, you know, he's like, no one understood me. So he went around pissed off all the time, you know, and now it seems like he's always smiling and having a good time, you know.
Yeah.
He's probably still writing with the bad chalk, but whatever. At least he can tell you now.
Come over here. He just
So-
smacked. He wants me to kiss his boo boo.
Yeah.
You got
Yes,
a
he
boo boo?
This
There it
I'm
is.
better.
Big boo boo.
Okay, all better. Go.
But yeah, that's about the size of whatever we got it done. It's coming, and hopefully I can have it out there tonight so everybody can read this stuff and get themselves educated, and we'll start getting everybody on board with our education stuff. You know, we got a lot of things that are being worked on amongst all of us.
Speaking of
there's-
education,
Yes.
I did talk to Osiris tonight. He hopes to be back next week.
Oh, good.
And I know that he's working on a program for us, so
good.
that
Yeah.
we can help teach, because I think he said
Yeah.
he's going to throw in more federal codes and all that. So, but I did want everybody to know, just keep praying for him. He will
Yes.
be back hopefully next week. So just
Yeah.
pray.
Pray and pray hard. Well,
Yeah.
I guess it's let me
Becca.
just check these out. Yeah, it's time for Becca. I was just gonna read these things out. Wanted to say, hey, I gotta run to go out in the water. Much love. We'll update soon. Thank you, Danielle. We love you so much. Everybody pray for Danielle. She definitely needs that. She needs that help, guys. So, all right. To much more ado and everybody's anticipation, let's bring up Miss Becca. Hello, Becca.
Hello.
It's like Newman. It's like Newman. You know when you come out from Seinfeld? Hello, Becca.
God.
Hey, Becca.
Hey, hey.
So I don't do TPRs, and I don't really read paperwork because I don't have time to do it. So, can you reach out to Dr. Death? Actually, I will send you his number if he will say okay, yes or no in the comments, to help him. He was TPR'd and he wants to go to the federal court.
The federal appeal. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. He just said hi, Becca.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Becca.
So I'll reach out to you after the show, and Tiff sends me the
Becca.
information.
Everybody, hey, Becca.
I will send you his phone number.
Okay.
Thank you, Becca.
Becca.
Dang.
Just lining up our party favors here for this weekend. Woo. And then at the end of the show, we'll have some of these. Woo, we're old. Yeah.
There's already those going on
Oh.
at Tiff's house now.
Yes, they are.
Old. Yeah. And then when Tiff's sad that it's over, And when
Can't
everybody
take him
wishes her,
nowhere.
when everybody wishes her a happy birthday, you get these. Oh, the nice little hearts coming up.
No.
So, yeah, that was fun. What else do we do now?
So in the world of stipulation,
Oh, yes. Tell us about this stipulating.
I have found
What did you found this week?
it is now been found that this isn't a like just the United States. It's in England too.
Oh, good. Just what we need.
So I had a lady reach out to me she's actually in England, and because she thought I was in England, and
Oh, what happened to our England friend?
I don't know.
Remember our England friend?
Yeah.
Where is she? What's her? I can't think of my brain for it right now. If she's listening, I'm so sorry.
But one of them, she was like, I explained it to her, and she's like, nope, that makes sense. I was like, yeah. I was like, it is literally it's not just a nationwide thing anymore. Now it's coming to light to me, as far as I'm concerned, that it's a nationwide thing.
Are you
And that
saying
power is being
stipulating?
abused.
You're saying stipulating in the whole is?
Yeah. The power of what they're doing, skipping due process, is
So basically, just sorry, go ahead, Tiff.
It's a national thing or a worldwide thing?
worldwide.
Worldwide, national, county thing.
Yep.
So basically, it's this, right? You get
Go ahead.
accused of some atrocious things. You talk to your lawyer. Your lawyer says, "Don't worry about it, buddy. We got this." He goes in for the first hearing or whatever. He says, "Listen, you don't need to attend. I got this for you. We'll take care of it. I'll see you at the next hearing." The next hearing comes in. And they say, "Hey, we're here to adjudicate the language of what these things are." Blah 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 blah. And you're like, "What do you mean?" "Oh, well, we're just talking about what what the charges or what they're finding you guilty of is. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're just talking about these things. We'll worry about it later in the trial. Don't worry about what we're doing now. We're just agreeing to this. It's nothing major. It's just, whatever. We'll work on. We can change the language of it. So if you like the language of it better, blah 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 blah." And in the meantime, you've just agreed to say, "I'm guilty. I'm going to be fine with fighting you in TPR. So let's just quit services and all of these things." That's what your lawyer's just done for you, pretty much, right?
Yes, in a sense, usually. Well, I've come to find that in my case, I was present, but I mean, I wasn't even told that that's what I was doing. Like, I literally was like, he come in and told me, my attorney came in and told me that this is what they were going to find my kids to be, that they were going to be considered dependent. Well, I'm like, what's that look like? Like, what does that mean? That literally was my first question. What does that mean? And then it was, you could fart wrong and your kids are dependent. Like, that's literally what he told me. Like, you could fart wrong. He's like, the definition is so broad in the state that you could fart wrong and your kids would be considered dependent. And when the judge asks you, just say that just say yes, just say agree. And at that point, our generation has been taught to just blindly believe that the authority knows best. I mean, that somebody, who's an attorney and has practiced law knows best and knows what they're doing and knows what they're supposed to be doing. Well, so I blindly believed it, and I was like, okay. And I literally have the transcript, and the judge is asking me, because it's the judge's responsibility to ask you if your attorney advised you of your right to a trial, and they advised you of the consequences. And if your attorney doesn't advise you, it's on the judge to advise you of the consequences of, if they find that all these allegations against you and you admit that all these allegations against you are true, it is on the judge to confirm that you essentially know what you are giving up. But I have come to find that the judge, because like even in my case, like she did ask me, like, do you understand this? Do you understand this? But she didn't explain the consequences. And that is essential. because I can say that, yeah, this, and we're all sitting here thinking, okay, this is just a temporary thing. This is just what they're finding. This is just right now. No, it's not a temporary thing. They use that as a permanent thing. And that's a problem.
Yeah.
That is a huge problem, because when you go back to court every time, that's supposed to be like a new trial. They're supposed to be worrying about the here and now, not what you admitted to or you said that you agreed to months ago. That's a problem. And they're doing it. They know they're doing it. And that's how they have essentially just, what's the word I want? They've just fast tracked. That's how they fast track the cases, because they're trying to save time. They're trying to save, but they still want to collect their money. And that's not, they're violating people's due process and the from the jump.
How much do these public pretenders, or paid for by the people public pretenders, or whatever they are, how much did they make on each one of these cases? Do you know that answer?
I can tell you about Virginia, but go ahead, Becca.
I don't know per se, because I know it varies, per state, but I mean, it's based on the Title IV funding. Now, I do know that, the judges, they contract, there is a contract that the juvenile court signs, that they will, do these certain things in order to get the funding and receive the funding. And there's certain qualifications they have to, specifications, I guess I should say, that they have to make in order for them to be able to receive that funding. Now, I've been looking into how that works as far as the contractors, because Osiris had said, the contract says that the contractor or the sub grantee, I guess it would be, is liable through their personal capacity, which, I mean, I knew this, that they each have a personal capacity and an individual capacity, and then a judicial capacity, but they essentially, I'm trying to figure out how that, how that could be used against them, because that's going to be super, super important at some point, because the contract, I know from what some of the contracts I have read, they're liable for damages that they're doing to these parents and they're doing to all these people.
Oh, yes, they are. They sure as hell are.
In Virginia, now don't quote me because I haven't seen it yet. In Virginia, we are the only state that had the lowest paid attorneys for CPS cases in the nation. They were getting $120 per case. That's it. So it was supposed to go from $120 to $500 a case and $1,200 for a TPR hearing. Like I said, don't quote me on that. I will have to see if it passed.
Yeah.
But that's where it was supposed to go. They just passed the budget, so I don't know what's in the budget.
Yep. And I think that's Dr. Death that said that our lawyer stipulated without our consent. Yeah, that's the problem. That legit 100% is the problem, because the lawyers are doing it without the knowledge of the client.
That's fair.
And that is a big, big problem. And I found that you can file, you can go and you can file for a motion to vacate that stipulation due to ineffective assistance of counsel, because they are not doing their due diligence. They're not doing their job. Now, I'm not saying that the judge will be like, oh yeah, because generally as a rule, they're gonna defend their people, and they're gonna be like, oh no, that's not you can prove it on the record. You can prove it. They have then when you appeal that, then the appeals court gets to look at it and be like, oh, well, they raised it. There's concerns. The appeals court is the next step. And I tell you what, people literally think that I think people think I'm crazy, but literally that's what it built. That's what all it comes back down to is that they are not telling you, they're not advising you. Because, like I said, a stipulation doesn't have to be on paper; it can be orally,
Right.
and it doesn't. And they don't do it when you are present. You're generally, as a rule, not even included.
Well, that's
in
what I'm
it.
saying. It's like a top secret
Like,
bash over you. You know, like you don't even get to
yeah,
know about this.
yeah,
You know, just like I bet a lot of people don't know that if you get, and this is kind of off the trail a little bit, but not a lot. For you to get put into jail, I believe it's your signature, your lawyer's signature, the prosecutor, and the judge. Is that what it is? Is those 3 or 4 signatures all have to be on there in order to get you in
yeah.
jail? But I've never signed any paperwork saying I'm going to jail.
Is that just for plea bargains, though?
I don't know what that's for, but I'm just saying it's another one of those things where your
I
lawyer signed your name on it.
I think those are
Uh,
just plea bargains. But I will
but
tell you this.
It is, yeah. A stipulation is a plea bargain, pretty much. Yeah, it's an admission.
regardless, still your lawyer signs that in your name. You don't even realize that you're getting signed up to go to jail. You know what I mean? Like it's the same type deal.
Yep,
Um,
yep. That is exactly what it is. And there is no statute of limitation. He asked what the statute of limitation is. There isn't one because considering it is a void, it's void. I mean, it's either done from fraud. You can file like a 60B. Like that's what it is here in Ohio. I'm pretty sure it's like that in Illinois or Iowa too, because that's
Yeah.
generally what it is in every state. It's like a 60B, like motion for fraud for what is it? Misrepresentation of facts, stuff like that. Like for your lawyer not doing his job, like for all that kind of stuff. Like
Ineffective counsel.
there is no statute of limitations on that because that's a void order.
I was helping somebody one time, and they brought me this waiver. It was a waiver of rights.
Yeah,
I said,
that's what they use. That's what they use in
but
California.
listen, I said, did you sign this? He was like, no. So I looked up, I saw the name. I looked it up. It was a judge. I said, the judge can't sign your waiver. They're your rights.
Yep. Your rights are yours. Nobody else's, and nobody else can take them away from you. And you can't even have the time to sign them away yourself. Like, because they're yours.
Mm.
Like, I don't know what, like, I just can't even believe it. Like, when I was talking to Wallace Pate, she was like, yeah, we call that a waiver of rights here. Because that's when you just said that. Like, that's what they call it in California. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, well, that's not, I mean, they call it a stipulation here. But, you know, and I mean, but I hadn't heard of that. I mean, I know what a waiver of rights is in a criminal aspect. And essentially, in a criminal aspect, they're getting afforded more information than in the civil aspect. But they're using what they use in the criminal aspect in the civil and not advising people.
Well, what they did was over time they intertwined the criminal with the civil, which it should not be that way. So
yeah,
I know one of the
we have a separation of powers issue for
for a reason.
For a reason. Yeah.
I do know that one of my friends, because I know all the groups that are doing shit, one of them is trying to keep you off the federal registry and the central registry if you have not been convicted of a crime within a CPS case, because they can keep you on it up to 18 years.
For 5 years. Well, until the youngest child in the case has obtained the age of 18.
Well, we're trying to
that's 18 years.
Get that removed.
At best.
If you don't have a criminal charge, you should not be put on a federal registry or the central registry at all.
Yeah. Because essentially, and that's not like, people don't think about this, but I mean, you get put on a registry and that affects your job. That affects, I mean, what profession you can get into. That affects, so many like employment opportunities.
You know what they told my daughter before she won her appeal? So my daughter said, so what does that mean that I'm on this registry? Who's going to see it? She said, anybody that does a background check on you. So she called me and I said, and this is why you're appealing it. So we appealed it and we won. No, bitch, kiss her ass. No.
No. Like, and some of it is like I know my friend Joyce out of Illinois, she literally was put on registry for 5 years. Like, she can't even be around any kid, like, because she's been TPR'd. And I'm sitting here like, what do you mean? Like, no, her grandkids. She can't even be left alone with her grandkids. And I'm sitting here like, those are her grandkids. Like, are you serious right now? Like, you guys are just being too much. And like, here's the even bigger kicker. So her husband got his rights TPR'd, right? He appealed it. He got it reversed. So he ended up, they're supposed to be doing reunification with the dad. Well, so I was like, well, they literally made him go back to court and restart the case plan over. Oh, I was livid. I was like, what? I was like, if they reversed your TPR, then why didn't they just give your kids back?
Yeah, they don't.
And his lawyer's like sitting there like, oh, well, we got to do it. And I'm like, no, there's no reason for that. They just found that he is fit to be a parent and that his rights were reinstated. So no. I said, I said, if that was me, I would be filing anything and everything. And I don't even care. I said, I'd fire my attorney. And he's got a paid attorney. And I tell him all the time, like, no, I'd be firing him. He's not working for you. And I mean, it's a parent. It is very, very, I've always said, their first sworn duty is to the court. They all work together on a daily basis. They're not gonna singe their friendships, their bonds that they've all built with each other for one client. And that's the problem. And I've literally been contemplating, because I've talked to numerous people, and I'm like, I've contemplated going to law school just because I don't care who I piss off.
No, you definitely don't. You definitely are not concerned about that at all, ever. Isn't that right, Joe?
Like, what do you? I mean, but if there's got to be somebody that does it.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't hold your tongue.
mean-
If you don't need to hold your tongue, then you shouldn't hold your tongue. You know.
Well,
No.
this is why I won't go to law school. I'm not taking their oath. Absolutely not. Because you're barred from doing a lot of stuff. So be careful
Yeah,
with
and
that.
that's a problem.
That is a problem.
And it's like, well, that right there. And I even, because like I was looking into it, like I'm like, how come I can learn everything that I need to learn about? Because I said, what I was looking into, like, what is law school? What does law school consist of? Like, what is it that they teach you that I can't learn on my own? Nothing.
Well,
Nothing.
there's some
Nothing.
things to be said for
Everything-
experience and things like that.
Well, yeah, okay. So like law, like it says like the thinking, like the analytical thinking, it pretty much law school just teaches you how to be an analytical thinker and how to essentially just navigate the procedures, the civil procedures, criminal procedures, all that stuff. But I mean, everything that is out there is, everybody can learn it. And I mean, okay, yeah, they get experience in mock trials, with all that stuff. But I mean, you just got to learn how to read people. If you can read people.
Well, it's not just that.
And
do you know how you win a case? Honestly,
Get to the powerhouse first.
whoever tells the best story wins.
Yeah, that's it.
And everybody,
whoever's more convincing.
Right, everybody. And I even said this when I had the meeting with the circuit court judge here in Winchester. It is our duty to know what the laws are. Okay, you don't have to go to law school, right? And I take 5. He's right. If they find out what your agenda is, they're not gonna pass you in law school. Why do you need to go to law school? You know what we need to do? When we start doing these classes, we need to teach people how to be pro se, and how to know when to do objections and we need to do all that.
That's one of the courses that I have on the web, on my on the school account. And I mean, of course, it's just building, as I go along, because I'm sitting here like, okay, well, there's things that you need to know. You need to know all these legal you may need you have to know, like everybody's like, oh well, like their language. You want to play in their game, you got to learn their rules. You got to learn their terminology,
Well, you
their
don't. You just invoke
definitions.
your ADA rights and then tell them that you want legalese struck from all of their court cases, and that's that. Done deal. They can no longer speak in their terminology. They have to shift to layman's terms. They have to be done, and that's the way that you do it.
Well, and if they actually accommodate that, so I mean, then we have to put it in reality. Do they really, realistically, do they accommodate that
They're
on a normal
supposed to.
basis?
They did it with. I know they did it with Gunner when we struck it from the record there. I know that when we struck their way of doing it, they definitely accepted it. So
I
was
mean,
there.
so I mean, yeah, there's one case that that we know of, but I guess it's realistically like how if the judge is a douche or not. I mean, if we're gonna be honest, like if the judges, if they are actually willing to be, hey, this person's right. If they're willing to give the person who is actually right and who doesn't just have a better argument, and okay, yes, this is the law, and they actually follow the law, then yeah, you're going to have a better chance of invoking those ADA rights. But you also have ones that they all work together. They all are like, oh no, 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 that's not how that, no. And they will try and backtrack you, and they will try their tactics to backtrack you, to tell you that you're
Right.
wrong, even though when you know you're not wrong,
Yeah.
because that's their tactics.
Yeah, but we got to hold their feet to the fire. Like I have beaten some experienced attorneys. Um,
Mhm.
because it's simple. They think that we're all stupid, right? That we're not going to
Yeah.
do our homework. And because here's the best part about being the defendant in most cases, like the Brady Act, they have to give you what they have against you. They'll say, oh, that only applies in criminal cases. But actually, it applies in both. But you never have to let them know how you're coming at them,
No,
right? So when you hit them with some cases that these people forgot to go look up, I mean, I had a judge call a recess to go look up what I was telling her. And I was right.
Well, that's a great feeling, isn't it?
yeah.
I was like, well, at first I was like, oh my God, did I fuck up? Did I not do, oh my God. And she came
What
out
did
and
I
she
do?
said, she's right. And nobody could defend it because they had no clue what cases I was using.
Yep. And when you catch them off guard, that's a lot, because that they're like, wait, they weren't anticipating that. And that's literally what law school does, is they train them to anticipate that, to actually know, like not from memory, like to not to remember all these specific cases that people that they use, but that's what they're trained to do. Well, if they are also trained to be able to be quick thinkers and on the ball. Well, when you throw something at them like that, and they're all sitting there like, what? Scratching their head, like,
Yeah. No,
uh, what? And then you're like, well, then, oh, objection, Your Honor, that's irrelevant. Well, then when the judge goes and the judge looks and the judge finds that you're right, oh, that attorney just made himself look so stupid. And that is probably the greatest feeling ever, is making another attorney look stupid and you're pro se.
Oh, it was two of them.
Yeah.
One was a guardian ad litem and one was my ex-husband's lawyer. But this is back before the internet. So I found
Yeah,
this
I
case
don't
in
know
a
what to say. It
fucking
was
law
not. Yeah.
library where their asses should have been.
Yeah, right?
And to read that one on it was on Pacer. I was reading it. Oh man, what was I going to say? I just had a brain for it. Anyway, it just makes you out to be terrible when you read these things. Don't forget that either. Like their
And
job
Dr.
is to make you look bad when they write these papers out against you. So don't read
And
them.
Dr.
Like,
Death, yeah, the whole case file is fine, because generally I like to look at everything as a whole, because if it's choppy, if it's people who don't have timelines, I want to punch them in the face because it is annoying.
I sent you his phone number. Did you get it?
I'll probably, I don't even have my phone
It's in
number.
your messenger.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, and teaching people, like, there's so much to teach people. I mean, essentially, and that's my problem is that I'm like, okay, well, this person needs to know how to do this, needs to know how to do this. Like, and timelines are essential. They are, like, you would be so surprised at how much easier it is to hand your case file to somebody when it has an effective timeline.
Cigarettes?
And people will actually be like, hey, I can actually follow this now. Because, I mean, any attorney's going to require realistically the same thing. I mean, that anybody pays an attorney or they want it all in a format. It has to, because they can't follow it. They're not going to take the time because that's not their job, essentially. That's the paralegal's job to organize it, get it where it needs to be, and, you know, then they can look over it. But if that's not done, it's hard.
So, Darren, is the app up?
Yeah, it is.
All right, so I guess you could, well, you go ahead,
You should.
Becca. I'm sorry.
You can put all that stuff in the app. I mean, yeah, you could put it all in the app, and it can do a timeline for you. And it will, won't it also give you all the violations, right, Darren?
Sure will. Sure
Which
does
is
all
what
that good stuff.
which is one of those things that it's like, okay, you know, I can do a bunch of other things. Oh, that's a broken link.
Son of a biscuit. There it is. Now, I'm not sure what we're supposed to do with this thing from here, but there it is.
Darren's
really-
been trying to figure out widgets.
I don't understand what this is for. Like, okay, we got it this far. Now what do we do with it?
We just look at it, Darren. You just look at it.
Just widgets out, I guess.
It's an advertisement. I guess. I don't know.
I don't know either. Makes no sense. There it is. Yes, the app is up and running. But go on.
And but I mean, you could essentially put all your documents in there, and then it'll give you a generated timeline for you, and spit it out. I mean, you can do that anywhere realistically. I mean, I do mine, me myself and I do mine on paper because I have a memory that's like, okay, I remember dates, I remember, you know, who all was there, like, and there's specific requirements. I mean, on what you need to write down. Like, even though if it's the pettiest, littlest thing, that literally could be one of the biggest issues. Like the judge in my husband's case said, the show must go on when he asked for a continuance. That may be a petty little comment, but the fact that the judge, the magistrate literally looked him dead in the face when he asked for a continuance when the subpoena was issued the day before the trial, and they looked at him and said, this case needs to continue, the show must go on. That's a big no-no.
I feel like I've heard that a lot in cases lately, that people are saying that, though. That the show must go on, or, you know, whatever. There seems to be a lot of that.
That's because they get a certain amount of money to keep continuing your case.
Mm-hmm. And he had asked for a continuance because he literally, a subpoena has to be given, like, to the opposing party within at least 3 days. It was issued the day before the trial.
Ours are 10 days, and CPS doesn't even give you 10 days.
Yeah. And I was sitting here like, wait a minute here. I'm like, how can anybody effectively prepare? I mean, I'm sitting here thinking like he's going to go to court and come right back home. No, they went ahead with the trial. Like, oh no, everybody else is here. I don't care about everybody else. It ain't about everybody else. And this is my case. Hold on. Wait a minute here. Like, who gives you the authority to say that I'm prepared when I'm telling you I'm not prepared because they didn't effectively follow the guidelines and the steps to make sure I was notified.
Yeah, but that's all part of the tactic, right? That's why you have to be prepared when these people come. Because like Darren says, it's not if they come, it's when they come.
Yeah. Because they aren't partial to just one person, one class of party. I mean, they don't care who they're coming after. They come after celebrities. You really think that they care about the underclass? They could take our kids any day of the week.
Yep. And they
The only
do.
thing is that people who are celebrities have money to pay them off, generally as a rule. So, I mean, they can extort them all they want.
Away with this because they are not following the law of the land. They're acting on maritime law and their cohorts. Yep, there is that too. There's this. I watched a good thing today on the 3 separations of the law, where they talked about maritime law, constitutional law, and God's law. And
What
how
about
those
admiralty?
things apply. It was pretty good. It was
What
pretty
about
good.
admiralty law?
What's that?
What about admiralty law?
Well, the maritime law, admiralty law, same thing.
So where did you watch that on?
BoobTube, I think, YouTube. Let me see if
Well,
I
you'll
can.
have to send me the link so that I can listen to it when I'm cleaning my cars tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like a little, like a little clip of just whatever. And they're
And
just
they don't
talking
even
about-
teach. They don't even teach constitutional law in law school.
No, but most states still practice common law and all of that stuff. So that's where you're at, Like I forget when the last time. I know a couple of the states just used the common law recently. That's the one thing you need to do too is go back and look at your state, find out when the last time that they allowed common law to be enacted. If you're going to start pushing for common law, you need
It's
to
in
go
our
see
state's
when the last time they actually
constitution
did
that
it.
they have that they are common law.
Right, but when was the last time they actually used it in practice?
True.
I don't know. I don't know why it makes a difference, but it does. I was listening to someone the other day about they're talking about that it does matter when the last time it was actually used in your community. But the Constitution should never die out. That's not a what I mean. Like that constitutional law should and always must be the supreme law of the land.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, wait a minute here, like, but nobody studies it. Like they don't even mess with it anymore.
Right?
And I'm like, wait a minute here, like, and the Constitution essentially has been taken out of family court because they say, well, like I've heard numerous people tell me like the Constitution doesn't apply here.
Right.
Excuse me.
That would be incorrect.
Right. And I'm like, hold on a minute here. Like,
I really, really, really hope a judge, especially here, tell me that the Constitution doesn't apply in their courtroom. Because I carry mine and I will be like, oh, really? Then let's look at, I think it's Article 6, Paragraph 2 or 3. Let's read what this has to say. This is the United States Constitution, and this says you took the oath to uphold the Constitution and the Virginia Constitution. And I have the Virginia Constitution that clearly says that all judges and magistrates have to uphold the federal Constitution and the Constitution of the state of Virginia. So let's not play no games.
Well, see, and here's my thing too, is that so I always try to find out how they go around that, right? So I have found that everybody who is not a Article 3 judge, okay, who is not a federal court judge, is in its own sense an administrative law judge. Okay, so they have power. It's complicated of how they have it, but they've essentially crossed the lines in the separation of powers. They have done that, and that's how they get away with saying the Constitution doesn't apply here. Wait, that's not true.
Again,
But like I
Article
said,
6.
yeah, I know.
Right? All judges. It doesn't matter from the highest to the lowest. And I'm going to tell you another thing. You can stop a judge in their tracks, and I learned this from another advocate. He teaches his clients to say the butts, B-U-T-Z, stop here, Mr. Lee.
Let's stop here, Mr. Lee.
The butt stop here, Mr. Lee. What does
That
mean?
is Economu versus Butts. That's where the United States Supreme Court has told all judges, this is back in the 1800s, all judges are not above the law. None of you are above the law. And I forgot the Lee one. I think it's Lee versus the United States or United States versus Lee. It's one of the two. Um, but once I learned that, I started telling people, let them tell you that. And on top of that, I have a flyer that came from a constitutional law school out of the Virginia Lawyers Weekly in 2019, and it specifically targeted Virginia. It says, yes, Virginia, the Constitution applies in family court. So I give that to my parents too. Oh, they want to say that shit? Make sure you file this with it.
Blood is boiling.
Well, and there's also so I found something the other day and I made a flyer on it on Facebook and I can't remember. It's like boy God, I can't remember. Versus I think Arizona. Something versus Arizona. But it's about the stipulations and it's about the fact that the judge has a duty to perform the colloquy on there. Like it literally, like, what are you doing? Like, and they're still just, they just don't. I'm like, that would be a good case for people to file in any of their filings. Like, wait a minute here. Like, did you perform this? No. Okay. Well, then, we have a problem. There's my phone. I found it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I literally just posted this the other day on Facebook. So I was like, this is because I looked it up and I was like, okay, where's it at? There's got to be some case law on this. And there was. Yep, there was. Where's it at? No, that's not the right place, Becca. Okay, is it? Wait, oh, here it is. Boykin versus Alabama. 395 U.S. 238, 1969. We cannot presume a waiver of these three important federal rights from a silent record. The U.S. Supreme Court. Guilty plea waives constitutional rights. Right to trial by jury, right to confront witnesses, privileges against self-incrimination. Due process requires an affirmative showing on the record. Silence is not consent. Presumption is not enough. The principle applies in juvenile court. A stipulation to adjudication is like a guilty plea. It waives your rights and turns allegations into established facts that can follow you for years. Know before you agree. Understand the allegations, the consequences, and your rights you are waiving. Make sure the record shows it. A stipulation is not just paperwork. It can turn allegations into judicial findings, waive your rights to challenge CPS evidence, waive your right to confront witnesses, affect every future hearing, influence custody decisions, and become part of the path forward toward termination of parental rights. And even in Ohio, it says, in Ohio, Juvenile Rule 29D, the court shall not accept an admission without addressing the party personally and determining the party is making the admission voluntarily with understanding of the nature of the allegations and the consequences of the admission. Do you hear the word consequences of the admission?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they may advise you and they may ask you if you understand, but it's come to my attention that they don't advise you of the consequences. That's a problem. The party understands that by entering an admission, the party is waiving the right to challenge the witnesses and the evidence against the party, to remain silent, and to introduce evidence at the adjudicatory hearing. Know what you're signing, know what you're waiving, know your rights before you say yes. Education is your greatest protection.
Send that to me, Becca.
Send it to me, Becca.
Yes, and Darren, I sent both of y'all the Virginia thing. I just sent it to you.
Yeah.
I sure do. I say you file this shit when you file your paperwork, so that they remember that yes, the Constitution applies in their courtrooms.
All right.
And I know if I found it, the fucking judges here read it.
Mm-hmm.
Where does one find all those judges' remarks? Like in an opinion page or something? Where would you locate such stuff?
Well, ours is called Virginia Lawyers Weekly. Every state has one, but it's like $400 to subscribe to it. Some articles you can get into, like I know that Maine's got one. All 50 states have one.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they
That
also
came
have,
out of that one.
yeah, they have judicial bench cards too. Like if you look it up, you can literally get your state's judicial bench cards, generally on your Supreme Court's website. And that's like their case flow. That's how they rule from the bench.
Well, send me Virginia's then.
I'll have to look up Virginia, but I mean, I know I have the ones for Ohio. It's like literally like it's a manual pretty much. I mean, it essentially gives you like a tree breakdown of how if it's this, and this is how they're supposed to rule. Like, it's crazy. And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm watching it like, yep, that happened in my case. Yep, that happened in my case. Yep. Like I have all that. And these people don't even realize that all this information is out there. And it's
Well, people don't realize that everybody's cases are the same.
Yeah, essentially. That's what it all boils down to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I am big on the stipulation thing, because I'm like, you guys, like this is how it all starts. Like, yeah, it starts with CPS knocking on your door. Yes, I 100% don't contest that at all. But right there legally is where that trap is. And that's where they're getting all these parents, because all these parents are sitting here thinking like, oh, I'm going to have a trial. I'm going to be able to do this. And then they're like, they have all their evidence. They have everything. And they're like,
no, here,
wait, when did we skip this step? How did we skip this step? And that's how that step is being skipped.
Yep. They're going to that courtroom, going to have justice served up there.
Yep.
Put these guys' head on a platter.
And then they're blindsided.
Yep.
By, wait, when did this happen? Like,
Right.
I'm confused. And that's essentially, and I mean, like, because our shelter hearing, you never have an attorney, ever. Like the one where they take your kid and you literally have that 72-hour hearing, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
You never have an attorney there. That's when they appoint your attorney.
Yeah. Well, oh gosh darn it, what was I going to say about that? I lost my train of thought. Never mind.
And that right there is also a problem all on its own, because you're a parent. You don't know how to prepare for that. Oh, I did for my second one. Trust me.
Well, here you do get an attorney. They appoint you an attorney at your first hearing. But here's the problem with that. You don't find out who your attorney is till you go to court, because you get your paperwork like 3 days after you fucking go to court.
Yeah, that's what they do here. And that's a problem.
Yeah. Well,
they're on a preponderance amount of evidence there too, so they don't need much at all to convict you of being guilty of that.
Right. Yeah. So they thought that this little 12-year-old kid was going to represent me. And sometimes I just have no filter. Well, hell, I don't have a filter anytime. But sometimes I just don't think before I speak. And when I heard Miss Wise, and I looked over and I saw this little 12-year-old kid. I mean, he really wasn't 12, but that's what he looked like. He said, "Oh, I'm your lawyer." And I swear to God, everybody almost dropped dead when I said this. I said, "Little boy, I will chew you up and spit you out. I know more about the law and CPS than you do. You are not my lawyer. My lawyer is on her way."
Like, it's just crazy that they literally sit there. I mean, but they don't even, and like at that shelter hearing, okay, because from experience, I know this from experience, because literally this happened to me both times. They literally put the CPS caseworker, that's the only time they put the CPS caseworker on the stand that I have come to find. Because in my thing, like the last time in 2024, I was able to CPS put their own caseworker on the stand. And when you can disprove what the CPS caseworker is saying, and you can literally say, well, wait, where's your evidence? Where's your proof? And literally, because mine was made by my report was made by a magistrate in their court, they took that as that was more than enough proof that they needed. And they still continue to keep my kids in shelter care after I disproved CPS on numerous points. The bailiff looked straight at my husband when we got out of court and was like, I don't know how your kids are not coming home. He's like, you shut them down. And I said, well, I know exactly how they're not coming home. But I wasn't gonna, open my mouth. I opened my mouth and insert my foot, but I walked out. My husband dealt with them because I'm like, no, I have nothing to say to these people. I walked straight to the elevator and I left the courthouse. They was looking for me and I'm like, well, I'm good.
Yeah. Speaking of mandated reporters,
Oh boy.
we need to do a show one night, a presentation actually, of the dangers of mandated reporting.
Uh-huh.
Because when they go home at 5 o'clock, they have no clue what they just put a whole family in harm's way. And if they do have a clue, shame on them.
Mm-hmm.
But I will
They know
tell
what to
you, Frederick County's about to find the fuck out. And I can't stress it enough. I told you all not to fuck with me. I told you not to. I told you what I do. And I told you that all my grandchildren are targets. And you still didn't listen.
Mm-hmm.
So now I like to play a game I do with my own grandkids. Fuck around and find out.
FAFO.
Right? That's right.
Yep.
So you only get one warning. You had your warning. And now you're going to have to fuck around and find out. And
face the consequences.
That's what I said. There will be consequences and repercussions for this.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you.
Yep. I literally have been doing the same thing with the school. My son has an IEP. And they want to, because I filed a due process complaint. And they want to just kind of ignore the simple facts. And I'm like, wait a minute here. Like, I've been asking for years, like 2 years, like, isn't this a manifestation? Isn't his behavior a manifestation of his disability? What do you mean? Like, and they wanted to ignore me. Well, the pupil service, I feel bad now because the pupil services lady, this is her first year at the school. So I feel bad now because I'm like, I'm so sorry that like you're caught in the middle of this, but we obviously need to have a conversation, like just her and I, because the school, we're in this meeting the other day and the principal says, I didn't say that your son wasn't allowed access to school grounds. Do you want to say again? I wasn't going to argue with him. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Because you know what? I have the proof that he did say that on a voice audio. I have the proof. I have the proof that he ignored my multiple emails willing to address my concerns. Like, I have all the evidence that I need. So guess what I got today? I got an email from the school's attorney.
Very nice.
Wanting to get me to
Stop.
county council.
I'm going to have to jump off because
Yep.
they're hungry and tired.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, baby, Cairo.
But what'd you say? They jumped off because why? The lawyers?
They're hungry and he's being crazy.
No, not what you said about what you said today earlier.
Oh, the attorney essentially reached out to me and wanted to know if I had legal counsel that he could speak with.
You told him, nah, we're good doing it all on our own.
I was like, nope, legal counsel right here. I was like, pro se. He's just waiting. And I'm like, sorry. But I'm not gonna, because I even told them in the email, like, it's not just about my kid. This is a issue for all these kids that have disabilities. And I want change for all of them, not just mine. And that's the problem is people are always worried about just their kid. And it's like, it's literally the point. It is the principle of the matter. Like, right. You're not, you can't do this. If you're doing this to my kid and I know what I'm talking about and I know what you're doing, don't tell me you're not abusing that for other parents. And that to me is a problem because other parents don't have the education. They don't have the learning. They don't have all the resources that they could use and have the knowledge that I have in order to effectively defend their child.
Mhm.
I do want to say one last thing before we get off here. Tomorrow's July 1st. There's a lot of new laws going into effect in a lot of states. So
Yep.
make sure you know what they are.
Take us out of here, Darren.
Take your time. Looking for a certain song.
But yes, Dr. Death, I will be contacting you.
Yes,
Tiff
get a
did
hold
send
of
me your
Dr.
number,
Death.
so I will get a hold of you.
Get a hold of him. Louis, I will get you your video. I'm sorry I didn't get it to you tonight. I've just been busy, man. I'm sorry. So, but it's for this song, Louis. But here you go, guys. Have a good night. We'll be back same time, same place, same everything. Adama. Prayers for Cyrus, everybody. Prayers for Cyrus.
Protect us all. Protect us all. Yeah. Late night knock and the sirens glow. Mama's crying while the cold winds blow. Papers in their hands saying sign right here. But the children hold tight when the heroes appear. Boots hit the pavement, truth in his eyes. The CPS Punisher hears every lie. Not for the money, not for the fame. He's standing for the families calling his name. And beside him rides Queen Tiff strong. Voice like thunder when the system's wrong. Shield for the broken, hope for the weak. Fighting for the parents too scared to speak. No revenge burning in their hearts tonight. Just love for the children and the will to fight. Trying to keep every family whole. That's the fire living deep in their souls. The CPS Punisher, Queen Tiff by his side. Standing for the families they tried to divide. Holding the line so the children stay safe. Never backing down, never losing faith. They'll fight together through the storm and pain. Till families don't live in fear again. Voices rising loud across the nation's home. Protect our children, protect us all. Protect us all. Yeah. Courtroom shadows and the whisper spread. Stories twisted till the truth seems dead. But the Punisher walks through the fear and smoke, giving strength to the people the system broke. Queen Tiff speaking with the warrior's flame, calling every injustice out by name. She says children need love, not endless control. You can't heal a family by breaking its soul. Neighbors gather raising signs up high, tears in their eyes but they won't hide. Every mother, every father knows love is the seed that a family grows. No revenge burning in their hearts tonight. Just hope for tomorrow and the courage to fight. Trying to keep every family whole. That's the fire living deep in their souls. The CPS Punisher, Queen Tiff by his side. Standing for the families they tried to divide. Holding the line so the children stay safe. Never backing down, never losing faith. They'll fight together through the storm and pain. Till families don't live in fear again. Voices rising loud across the nation's home. Protect our children, protect us all. Protect us all. One day the fear won't haunt these streets. One day the crying finally sleeps. One day the children all come home and know family stands alone. The CPS Punisher, Queen Tiff standing tall. Fighting for the families, fighting for them all. Not for vengeance, not for hate, but to keep love stronger than the state. And they'll keep marching till the whole world says children belong with the families. Hearts unbroken, voices unchained, till every child is safe again.
We know it's all about the money, we know they lie, we know this is corruption. Does CPS know what they are doing to the children?